Infra announced earnings a short while ago. We've got Hemant Kanoria, Chairman and Managing Director, joining us with the details of the numbers. Ekta Batra also joining us to take us through the interview. Hemant, before we get down to NI and spreads, how hopeful are you of getting a banking license?
That's very difficult to say. That is something which RBI is going to decide, and they have their committee meetings from time to time. So, we keep our fingers crossed.
All right, Hemant, since Senthil's asked you the glamorous question, let me ask you all the hard-working questions. Fill in the numbers for us. We only have your total income, which has grown 4%. We have a flat profit number, and we have provisioning for bad loans, which is substantially up year on year, but an improvement quarter on quarter. Net interest income, spreads, and the following question to that is, do you think that this lower provisioning for bad loans means the bad loan cycle seems to be bottoming out at all?
Yeah, I think that bad loan cycle is bottoming out now, because as we have seen that infrastructure sector had its set of problems last year. So last couple of quarters the things have started stabilizing. I'm not saying that it started looking up again. So therefore it's going to take some time before the sector really picks up, and that is going to be happening post elections. We don't see that in this quarter or the next quarter something substantial is going to happen. So the strategy for our company has been to maintain the profits, to see that how we can have better interaction with the customers.
So provisioning for bad loans, Hemant, from here onwards will only become lower and lower. That number is going to decelerate, reduce, drop?
Yeah, that's what we are very sure about, that it should be coming down now, because whatever the bad patches were there is almost over. And therefore in the profits also, if we see the number for this particular quarter on the consolidated side, there has been some jump about 10%. I would not say it is substantial. We could have done better definitely, but because the infrastructure cycle itself had set of problems, even the consolidated, the asset under management, that has not gone down. We have it has plateaued, and we have maintained the same asset book, because we have not reduced it. So we have been doing disbursements, and the disbursements have been more compared to what we did in the last quarter.
Can you give us a growth figure, please,
the third
Hemant?
quarter, sorry.
Can you give us a disbursements growth figure, and also the net interest income figure and the spreads figures?
Yeah, so basically the last quarter we had done a disbursement of 2,400 crore. Vis-a-vis we have done 3,500 crore in this particular quarter. So there has been 1,000 crore jump. I would not say that it is substantial, but it is reasonable. And the consolidated profit before tax also from 62 crore for this which was there in the previous quarter, it has gone up to about 73 crore. The net interest, the NPA, which was about 2.81 in the September quarter, is more or less stabilized. I would say that it is about 2.9, so it is 10 basis points higher. But on the net NPA also, it is from 2.27, it is about 2.4, but it's more or less 10 basis points plus and minus is where we are on. So and income also is about against 800 crore which was there in last quarter, it is again same about 802 crore. So that's also more of a plateau. So quarter by quarter we see that things have more or less stabilized. It's not, we don't see substantial jump at this particular juncture, but we are happy that it is not sliding down, because that was one of the concerns which everyone in the infrastructure has, that things would be sliding. So that we have been able to arrest that slide. Going forward, it should be now improving.
The slide...
The point which
go ahead, Hemant.
Sorry. Yeah. So basically, we are, this quarter we were hopeful that, if RBI reduces the interest rates and there is a signal to that, it will also help us in increasing the profit. But unfortunately, that has not yet happened because of inflation not still coming down. So RBI has, the repo rate has gone up in the last announcement of the RBI governor. So we don't see a trend of interest rates coming down. So wherever we need to improve our profitability, it will be more from fee-based income than from the improvement in the margins. And especially in this quarter, March quarter, this is the last quarter of this financial year. Next year we are hopeful with the new government coming in, whatever happens, there would be a signal towards better infrastructure growth.
Hemant, a couple of things. Fee-based income, can you give us the figures for this quarter versus Q2? Also, did you say net NPAs have gone from 2.7% in Q2 to 2.4% in Q3?
No, it is basically the net, the consolidated NPA on the gross level from 2.81 has gone up to about 2.98, and the net NPA from 2.27, which was there in the last quarter, has
sorry,
gone up
I heard
to
that
about
wrong. I heard that wrong.
2.4%.
It's gone up to 2.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that wrong, so I didn't
2.4%,
understand that.
yeah.
Fee-based income, a quick look, and I'm going to also hand it over to my colleague Ekta thereafter. She has a bunch of questions she wants to put to you.
Yeah, so therefore the other income which we had last quarter was about about 10 crore. This quarter it was about 6 crore. So that is where we see that there should be a substantial increase in the next quarters to come in, because we are doing some kind of businesses on the fee side of it. So therefore that should give us the profit coming from the fee income. And expenditure has been more or less under control, because that is another cost for any NBFC or any financial sector organization. So that is also under control. Financial expenses, it is basically, if we see from the last quarter was about 602 crore on a consolidated basis. This quarter is about 567 crore, because we have been able to get, do some arbitrage on the interest rates and reduce our cost on the interest.
Ekta?
Kanoria, I'm just going to ask you two questions. Your exposure to the power space, how did your power portfolio pan out this quarter?
Fortunately, in the power sector, we don't have any stress, because we have not financed any power plants which is neither having fuel or it has problems with the discom where they are not realizing their money. So we have had a very stable portfolio in the power sector, and so therefore, power has been good for us. Even on the road sector, there has been some strain for the clients, but it has not been something which is unmanageable. It is manageable, and we have, because we're being very cautious, we have not financed any of the projects where people have made aggressive bidding on the project. So the projects in the road sector which have come under problem are those where concessionaires have gone and done aggressive bidding. So we have been away from those kind of problems.
Okay. One last question from my side then, Mr. Kanoria. The Kingfisher exposure, that certain 400 crore exposure that you bought from ICICI Bank, can you just give us an update on where that loan stands?
I think that because as we mentioned earlier also, that was an investment which was made by the debt fund which we are managing, which SREI is managing, and there are other investors also in that fund, because the security is adequate. So therefore the trustees have not decided to yet liquidate the security, and as and when they do that, then they will be in a position to realize their money. So I think that they are in a safe zone where they are not overly concerned that what is going to happen to their loans. So if the repayments come in, fine, otherwise they may liquidate the security which is already gone up in value.
Hemant, appreciate you speaking.